So how do you see a difference between your candidacy, what you've been trying to do, your record, and President Trump?
Well, I think it's interesting because he's been attacking me by moving left. So this is a different guy than 2015, 2016.
What?
He attacked me for opposing an amnesty bill in the Congress. He did support this amnesty, this good lad too. 2 million illegal aliens he wanted to amnesty. I opposed it because that's what America First principles dictate, that you're opposed to amnesty. His actions did not match his campaign rhetoric.
Can you imagine anybody who voted for Trump in 2016 because of Trump's energy voting for this guy? He's literally like half the age of the other candidates, and he somehow looks like he has less energy.
I was the leader in this country in fighting back against Fauci. We bucked him every step of the way, starting in April of 2020, whether it's the schools, the businesses, the mandates, and our state has never done better as a result. We're number one in migration, number one for growth, and we continue to see great things happen. So, but it required me to cut against the grain.
I wonder when the bubble for Florida's population is going to pop. Because a lot of people are moving to Florida because A, the weather's great there, aside from the hurricanes. B, housing there, at least in some areas, is cheaper and nearer to the city than a lot of the stuff that you could find on the coasts. Otherwise, like, if you're coming from the Bay Area or you're coming from, like, New York City or something, like, yeah, you will be able to find cheaper housing in a lot of Florida while also being close to the city. Miami has a huge party scene. It's great if you want to get absolutely fucked up and do anal with somebody that you don't know the name of. Like, I get all of that, okay? But the problem is, a lot of the people moving to Florida are doing so because they're following, like, economic and social trends, not because they're flooding to be, like, supporters of Desantis. You know what I mean? I still genuinely feel like if every single person in Florida voted, like there was compulsory voting in the state, Democrats would sweep in most of it. Because it seems like the Republican Party is just very active and energized, engaged, and effective there, and the Democratic Party there is fucking garbage. Like, the Democrats there have no clue what they're doing, with a couple of exceptions. We love our boy Frostwell. So, I feel like, you know, it's Maxwell Frost or Max Frostwell. I genuinely forget right now. I'm so sorry. It's Maxwell Frost, isn't it? Yeah, so Frost, not Maxwell Frost. Is it Frostwell? Yeah. Frostwell's still a cool name. I don't know how things are going to turn out in Florida. Because it seems like right now, Florida is like a perfect trifecta of, like, I don't know, military retirees, tech people in the cities who are there to do coke and get fucked up, and, like, hardworking Latin people who are doing the only real work in the state, by the way. And I have no idea how this math is going to play out in the long run. What you said about housing is inaccurate. The market's ultra mega fucked here. I'm not saying the market isn't ultra mega fucked, but it's better for housing in some areas of the state than, like, the big coastal cities. That's for sure. For sure. Average rent, Florida. Average rent for an apartment in Florida City. No, not Florida City. Florida. Jesus. Cost of living in Florida in 2022. In Jacksonville, $1,300 on average to rent a one-bedroom, $1,500 for a two-bedroom. These prices are up 19 and 21% over the last year, respectively. Ho-ho! We're seeing a consequence of all the people pouring in there, folks. I say right now it's better than Seattle, but fuck, in 2 or 3 years? Jesus, who knows? We might be seeing, like, a delayed effect here. Oh my god. Okay, don't try to live in Miami. In Miami, a one-bedroom averages at $3,200 a month. A two-bedroom is $4,000 a month. Don't move to Miami. Orlando, $1,800, $2,200. Tampa, $1,500, $1,800. Food prices are mostly fine, except for Miami, I guess. Like, they're pretty par. Utility prices feel approximately par. God damn. Wait, okay, hold on. Rent.com. Let me take a look at, like, California for comparison. Maybe this is a trend thing. So a lot of the prices in Florida are up like 20% over last year. So if we go to California, Los Angeles, one bedroom, $2,800, two bedroom, $3,800, about 14% growth. These numbers exceed the national average by 134%. Great. Sacramento, $2,200, one bedroom, $2,500, two bedroom. San Diego, $2,800, one bedroom, $35. Keep in mind, this is in the city area, not like the suburbs and municipal area surrounding the city. San Francisco, $3,500, $4,600. Nice. Food prices are, like, a lot higher. Utility costs are a lot higher. Jesus. Transportation costs are a lot higher. Yeah, I guess outside of Miami, Florida's a lot cheaper than most of California. But people in chat are saying that housing prices have spiked a lot since 2022. If that's the case, we might see a backlash in Florida when it comes to like people moving around faster than expected. Yeah. Once you're out of the city area, things change a lot, Zan. These are all like the city core, not the areas outside of it. So let's just look at average rent. Average rent, Florida. Just the whole state, just right across. The average rent in Florida is $1,800, which is higher than the national average of $1,460. Okay? Average rent in California. The average rent in California, about $1,750. So about the same. Huh. Well, Florida's fucked. That many people piling in with prices raising that quickly. Woo. Woo.
It required me to know that every decision I made was going to be met with opposition from the media and from the left. But you do what's right and you don't let them cow you. And so I think Fauci should have been fired. And I think the fact that Donald Trump gave Anthony Fauci a presidential commendation on Trump's last day in office, that was a gut punch to millions of people around this country who were...
Wait, hold on. At Rilo, it's not about the site, it's about the point topic he's searching for. He pre-visits some sites before stream, sometimes on stream, act like it's his first time. What the fuck are you talking about? He pre-visits some sites before stream and sometimes on stream and acts like it's his first time seeing it to prove a point that wouldn't be able to be proven otherwise. Vaush is a fraud, lol. Are you conspiracy posting about the pre-watch thing? I'm too lazy to pre-watch. What are you talking about? I've been playing Tears of the Kingdom. You think I pre-look at rent prices in Florida so that 2 hours and 36 minutes into the stream on a video that someone else suggested I watch, I could bring that up and act surprised to... What are you doing? It really does not take that long to visit a random website. Why would I pre-visit a rent price site on Florida before a stream? What is the objective here? Also, even if I did do that, isn't that just doing research prior to... What does it mean? What's the accusation?
The president actually attacked you by suggesting that Andrew Cuomo had done a better job in New York, which is sort of a shocking thing coming from a president who's declared that he is the enemy of the left when it comes to COVID. Andrew Cuomo, of course, did not do a better job. He's been citing statistics, suggesting using sort of absolute numbers of people who died per state, as opposed to looking at population adjusted, which of course seems deeply dishonest just on a statistical level. What's your take?
It just means you're biased, lol, not that deep. Biased against what? Florida? Yes, I own it.
On those attacks?
They're very bizarre. I mean, first of all, Florida had less excess mortality than California or New York.
Oh yeah, wait, hold on. What were the per capita COVID deaths per capita New York? 397 per 100,000 people. Let's just say 400 per 100,000. And in Florida, it was oh here, COVID-19 mortality by state. I pre-visited this as well. So by this chart, New York has 83.9 on the death ranking, which is not that much. And then Florida has 111.7, or about like 40% more than New York. So, okay, I guess by absolute numbers and by proportion, New York is taking it.
Part of that is because states like California had excess mortality derived from the lockdown policies, which is...
It's not about Florida. Be serious. I beg you do this for almost every topic you speak on, because the data is usually not on your side. Okay, SN Shores, what subject am I incorrect about that I have only feigned correctness about by reacting to stuff on stream while pretending I haven't seen it before? I don't know why I would do that, because if I wanted to present biased info, I could simply say, look at this thing I found. I don't know why the charade of me pretending to not know about it is necessary. But like, what am I wrong on that I have cultivated information incorrectly? When you looked up the data about Florida as one recent example, why are you acting like you genuinely don't know what I talk about? Dude, if you can't explain what you're talking about, that's a you problem, not a me problem. I don't know what you're talking about. With the Florida thing, are you telling me that the rent prices on the website on the rent, that it's not right? Like, what point am I wrong on? What argument have I incorrectly presented?
And I've said very clearly, you know, if I'm president, somebody like Fauci is in the government, I will bring them in and I will tell them two things. You are fired.
I can't believe it. So first of all, he's stealing the trumpet. Second of all, he meant to say, you're fired, not you are fired. He meant to say you're fired, but he's so uncharismatic he couldn't even nail the landing on that. And what's more, he shouldn't have said two things. He should have said two words. He fucked this up on 3 points. 2 words. You're fired. That's how the line goes. That's what he meant to say. But instead he said 2 things and then said 3 words. Unbelievable. Genuinely incredible. It takes effort to fuck up that much. Yeah, the data is so obviously manipulated. You literally visited that website before. This is literally the reason why you look up shit outside. Okay, so you're just not going to say what I'm wrong on. You can't actually say what I'm incorrect on. You're just angry. What are you even angry about? I don't even know what you're angry about. I'll solve this. People like you are only valuable insofar as you're entertaining, okay?
We banned ballot harvesting in Florida. That's what you should do. Yes, we banned Zuckerbucks in Florida. That's what you should do. However, not every state has done that. So if you're in a state like Nevada, that's a mass mail balloting state with ballot harvesting and Zuckerbucks, we will have organizations in place so that we can exploit that system. If you have it in Wisconsin, we will have organizations in place to exploit that system. I think telling people...
There's barely any bark to this guy. No, yeah, that's just what I mean. He does not come across as convincing or charismatic.
So understand the battlefield. It's your responsibility as a candidate to head off.
Like it's like when he's just talking about it, it's just kind of boring. It's fun to make fun of him when he says something stupid, which is generally the case with Republicans or politicians in general, honestly. But there's no energy. Ron Blue Collar DeSantis has a strange amount of billionaires supporting him. No, that fully makes sense. The billionaires want Ron DeSantis because he would be a more like rational advocate for their interests than Donald Trump would be, who's kind of a wild card.